In the shadows of the Cold War, the CIA launched one of its darkest programs. It was called MK Ultra, a project designed to control the human mind. LSD experiments, brainwashing, hypnosis, all hidden from the public eye. But behind closed doors, innocent citizens became test subjects, ordinary people, never knowing they were part of a secret war. The CIA recruited doctors, psychiatrists, even universities, all under the cover of research. But students and patients had no idea they were being drugged and studied. LSD was given in massive doses, minds shattered, lives destroyed. The goal, to break a person's will and rebuild it as the CIA desired. Hypnosis, sleep deprivation, even sensory torture, all in the name of controlling the human mind. The CIA poured millions into more than 150 secret projects, all hidden behind fake organizations. Universities, hospitals, even prisons became testing grounds. Unwitting subjects were drugged, hypnotized, and pushed beyond human limits. The goal? To erase memories and create new identities. From coast to coast, the program spread like a shadow. But what they discovered shocked even the CIA itself. At the heart of MK Ultra was a powerful new drug, LSD. What started as experiments in creativity turned into tools of control. Prisoners, soldiers, and everyday citizens all dosed without their knowledge. The results? Hallucinations, paranoia, and total psychological breakdown. Some never recovered, some didn't survive. And yet, the CIA pressed on, deeper into the shadows. MK Ultra wasn't just about drugs, it was about domination. Subjects were strapped to chairs, shocked with electricity, over and over again. Others were hypnotized, forced to obey commands they couldn't resist. Some were locked in complete isolation, days, even weeks at a time. The goal, to break the human spirit and rebuild it under CIA control. Victims described it as hell on earth, a place where reality itself vanished. And yet, the experiments continued. MK Ultra didn't stay hidden in secret labs. It spread into universities across America. Students were drugged without consent in the name of research. Prisoners were offered shorter sentences in exchange for becoming test subjects. Even random citizens were exposed to mind-altering drugs without ever knowing it. Imagine drinking your morning coffee and realizing you've been drugged by your own government. This wasn't conspiracy theory. It's written in declassified CIA files. And what those files reveal is far darker than anyone imagined. For many victims, the drugs didn't just alter their minds, they destroyed their lives. Some were left with permanent psychological scars, unable to ever return to normal. Others experienced terrifying hallucinations that haunted them for the rest of their lives. MK Ultra left behind a trail of broken minds, shattered families, and unanswered questions. Soldiers who served their country were used as guinea pigs by the very government they trusted. Some never made it back, their families left only with grief and silence. At the center of it all stood the CIA. Alan Dulles, the CIA director, authorized the project, believing mind control could become the ultimate weapon. But it was Dr. Sidney Gottlieb, the man some called the Black Sorcerer, who turned those ideas into terrifying reality. Under his leadership, experiments range from drugging unsuspecting civilians to hypnotic conditioning and sensory deprivation. Entire programs were hidden behind layers of secrecy, buried in classified files marked TOPSECRET. Few outside the CIA knew what was happening, and those who did remained silent. The masterminds believed they were shaping the future, but instead, they unleashed a nightmare. At the core of MKUltra was LSD. The CIA believed it could break down the human mind, erase memories, and reprogram thought itself. Subjects were locked away for days, deprived of sight, sound, and touch, until reality itself began to fracture. Others were hypnotized, forced to obey commands without question. Some were drugged without their knowledge, in bars, in hospitals, even in their own homes. The goal was control, not just of actions, but of the mind itself. But at what cost? Behind every experiment, there was a human being. Teachers, soldiers, prisoners, even unsuspecting civilians became unwilling test subjects. Many reported terrifying hallucinations, violent mood swings, and memories that would never fade. Some were left broken, their lives shattered forever. Others didn't survive at all. Their names were erased. But the truth could not stay buried forever. In the 1970s, the walls of secrecy began to crack. Investigative journalists uncovered whispers of a dark program, something called MKUltra. The revelations reached Congress, and the hearings shocked the nation. Thousands of documents were burned by the CIA, but some survived. Senator Frank Church led a committee determined to expose the truth. For the first time, the world saw what the CIA had tried to hide. The headlines told the story, but not the whole story. What was revealed was only a fraction of the nightmare. But it was enough to shake America's faith in its own government. The truth had surfaced, but the secrets ran much deeper. What survived in the files revealed shocking techniques. CIA agents slipped LSD into unsuspecting victims' drinks, even in public places. Ordinary citizens became unwitting test subjects. They experimented with hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and even electroshock therapy. Some subjects were locked in sensory isolation tanks for hours, even days. Others endured brutal therapy sessions, leaving permanent scars. Hypnosis was weaponized to manipulate memory and control behavior. Together, these methods formed a program that blurred the line between science and horror. But who were the victims? Behind the files were real people. College students, tricked into experiments, told they were part of harmless research. Prisoners offered shorter sentences in exchange for participation. Psychiatric patients experimented on without consent. Many were left permanently damaged, their minds shattered. One scientist, Frank Olson, drugged without his knowledge, ended up dead under mysterious circumstances. Ordinary citizens became unwilling participants in a nightmare. But why? What was the purpose behind this madness? The CIA believed they could create the perfect spy or the perfect assassin. In the heat of the Cold War, America feared falling behind. MK Ultra was meant to control the mind, to erase memories, to rewrite identity. Most files were destroyed in 1973, but fragments remain. And those fragments reveal only the tip of the iceberg. If this is what we know, imagine what still lies hidden. His was just one chapter of America's untold stories. Don't miss the next.